say a little about like a really great childhood memory that you have?
I have so many. Um, this isn't necessarily a childhood memory, but it's a teenhood memory. Um, so when I was a teen, I might have been in my late teens, whenever Pride and Prejudice came out with Keira Knightley, my mom and I were watching it at home, and my dad was there. But my dad usually like falls asleep during movies, but for some reason he stayed in rapt attention to Pride and Prejudice. And we got to the part where Mr. Darcy meets Elizabeth in the field, and he says, "You have bewitched me, body and soul." It's like this climax of like romance, and my dad sits there and like an old wenchy lady says, "Body and soul!" And we all just cracked up, and so that's become like a thing in our family now, is that whenever I don't know, we're just so silly. We say things like, "Body and soul!" on the phone all the time to each other. Yeah, so we have a lot of little witticisms that we've picked up over the way. When my dad said that, he said that he was portraying a character of his named Agnes Morehouse, who we first met when my mom and I went to the Cape together, and Agnes left us a cell phone message saying that we should definitely go here and there on the Cape. And so Agnes shows up every now and then in phone messages and on phone calls letting us know what's going on. So yeah, anyway, my parents just really fostered a creative imagination in us. For someone, I'm not exactly theatrical, but we have a lot of funny things. Like once I called my dad as Buzz Aldrin, requesting his pinpoint location as part of a new initiative that Buzz Aldrin was heading up to find people's pinpoint locations across the globe. Because mostly I just wanted to know like where he was, if we could meet up for dinner or something. But I called him as Buzz Aldrin in this funny old Buzz Aldrin voice, and I made fun of Neil Armstrong, and it was just really silly. So yeah, that's my childhood. It's still going on. It's not over yet. What's been on my mind the most these last few weeks? I think that I think a desire for peace and balance to characterize my life has been on my mind. Yeah, I've been living this kind of wild, crazy life. Not like probably pretty tame by some people's standards, but yeah, I've not slept very much. I've been having a lot of fun, going out for drinks and just hopping from one social event to the next. So, and I felt a bit like, whoa, out of control. Not, but that's kind of good for me sometimes because I can be a little bit stitched up. So, yeah, but I wanted to be free, but have peace and balance characterize the rhythms of my life. So, I'm a pretty introspective person, so I tend to think a lot about like, oh, what are the patterns in my life? How am I living in the day-to-day? If somebody went back and did like a review of my life for the past 4 weeks, what would they see? And right now they'd see like crazy rhythms, and when I want just kind of like, I like being a stable person that can be strong for others. So
What's your guilty pleasure?
what's my guilty pleasure? I'll tell you what it is. My guilty pleasure is this show called Rain. It's like a CW, which used to be the WB for all of us older folks. And it's about Mary, Queen of Scots, as a hot young babe who's coming to France. And basically I figured out that the plot was pretty much Twilight. And then, but that did not dissuade me from watching it because the costumes are amazing. And they use super hip and cool music. So I have my Rain playlist on Spotify. And it's a pretty horrible show, not gonna lie. But I enjoy it. Every Thursday night when the next episode comes out, I'm like, yes! I go home, I watch it right away, and I go to sleep. So that's me and Rain.
Yeah. So if you could go back in time with the wisdom you have now, what would you tell your 10-year-old self?
I would tell my 10-year-old self to hesitate less. Because I am kind of a timid person. And I was a timid kid. I was not really risky. And I always thought, wow, it was like other kids look like they're having so much fun. And I think that's still now. Like I watch other people just going and doing things, and it's really fun. And I'm learning, like I have to retrain myself now to be more risky and just do things rather than really prepare. So, but it's a training process now, right? It's like a personal growth need. So yeah, I would just say hesitate less and do more and have lots of fun. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.